And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewer up here in the booth. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smell starts to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking right there. And I love this stretch of games because it makes a lot of teams contenders and a bunch.
We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
This just feels like a season so far off the rails, they can't even see the tracks anymore, Kate. Now the outlook is really 1 week at a time, trying to find that first win. Just got to get gritty and tough. And he's got to be the one who really sparks it for him.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long. Setting up a throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the... That's caught at the 25. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. He'll take this at the 10. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading the way is their 4th-year QB.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. 2nd and 10 now. Looking for a... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
He puts him... They connect on the deep shot. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. Here's the handoff. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Now they send their back in motion right. Here's 2nd and 7. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Back to throw now. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Vikings headed back out on offense as we get a look at their receiver. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. And it wasn't a touchdown or a field goal, Brock, but hey, points are points. And their first points of the game come on that there safety.
You'll take them any way you can get them in this league, Kate, right? And if the defense has got to score and they've got to continue to score, that is just fine, because that is a breath of fresh air on that sideline and hopefully a bit of a kickstarter for their offense as well.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 47. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. While that play was going on, we see that one of their teammates shaken up on the play. Not quite sure what happened, but they're out there to tend to him. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Play action on first down. Catch made over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing from the gun here. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 2nd and 3 now.
At the Vikings 26-yard line.
Running back, motioning right. From the 26 on 2nd down. Hits him on the out route. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans have a single-point lead in the first. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans take a slim 2-point lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Patterson now to return it. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Finds a man right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 2nd and 3 now. From the 38. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They kick the running back in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points, not what you're looking for on the call sheet.
Patterson now to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
Like you say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Texans push the lead up to 12. Quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Patterson now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Vikings ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Brought in right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Finds him on the slant. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Looking to the air here. Caught near the goal line. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
Yeah, I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings trim the deficit down to 5.
Vikings 14.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Now they send their back in motion right. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Connecting on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They start with 2nd and 6. Handoff now from the gun. And he's hit at the line of scrimmage. The run outside returns nothing. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Looking for a throw here. That's caught for the first. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. Complete out to the right. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll run the counter. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They give it to him again. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a pickup of 11. And the Texans are going to have a first down. This time it's a passing play. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And it sets up a Houston first. They bring a tight end in motion right. They go play action on first. Complete out to the right side. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage.
And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans hold an 11-point advantage. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans push the lead up to 12. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one's incomplete, couldn't connect. Trying to find his tight end. And it sets up second down. Here's a throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. So now here's 3rd and 5. Back now, pressure on its way. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
It's fielded at the 14. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be Texans football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. First down, ball at the 36. Tight end motioning right. They go play action here. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
From the gun on third down. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Vikings are going to take over from deep in their own side. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Pass play now. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
And he'll fight for what he can to the 15. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And things are looking good to snap that 3-game losing streak that they came in on, Brock. They've got the lead here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans are on the move here. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Third and long for him here. Finds him over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. Out comes the field goal team for the Texans. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Vikings now set to take the field. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Vikings out of the hurry-up need everyone back to the line. Finds a man right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Second and 1. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Still sticking with the passing game. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They are throwing it again. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 6 yards on the play. That brings up 4th down.
Defenses at this level, really any level, will let you run it there all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. You give up yards, even a healthy chunk of them. But just float the ball and make sure he's brought to a halt well shy of that 1st down marker.
And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago, and a big test for the Bears as they'll take on the visiting Carolina Panthers. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And as he accumulates catches this season, Brock, some have stuck out to us more than most. And we have one of them on that last drive as he's reached a significant milestone for himself this year. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Plowing up the middle. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. They kick the running back in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Pass play on 1st and 10. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Blown back gets the handoff. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Dropping back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Working inside the red zone. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They'll try and punch it in. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans grow the lead coming out of halftime. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans grow the lead now to 22 points. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Patterson now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Vikings headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. He'll throw it. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. They send the tight end in motion. Play action on 1st down. He lets one fly deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll throw it again. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Finds him on the slant. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. And they pick him off again! And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Running back sent in motion. To throw it on first down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. Completed to his running back. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll throw it. On the move, headed right. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Hits his running back. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a pickup of 11. And the Texans are going to have a first down. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, running back in the flat.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's going to be 4th and short. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. A pretty automatic look for him from the left.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Patterson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this one, well, I think we all know it's going to be a tough one to watch again on film, but a lot to be learned from this showing here, right? He's been intercepted 4 times, and it's been real tough to get a good read on what the coverage has been doing to stop him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Pass play coming here. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
So many coaches love third downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Give now to the running back. Across the 45 and still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing now on 1st down. That's completed right side. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Texans football as we start the 4th, and they hold a commanding advantage here. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. It's a design boot. And the Vikings rush brings him down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. He gets it headed right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Handoff now, running right. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that gives them a 28-point advantage.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Starting at the 10. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And like a swarm of hornets, the coverage has been everywhere this offense has tried to throw it. So many possessions lost to interceptions, as we're being reminded of right here.
Yeah, think about it from a pure mathematical perspective. That's as many as 24 to 20, even 32 points left on the table offensively. That's enough to win a brand new football game. Kept off the board by a secondary. You call them hornets, I call them dancing like a butterfly and stinging like a bee.
I love it.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 35 on 2nd down. A lot of grass ahead. And the Texans are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walked in the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. and it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today, and I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And I get the feeling, Brock, an already substantial lead is about to grow yet again as they take over here with 1st and goal. Going ground on 1st and goal. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
He gets another shot here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd time's the charm. He gets it again. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans keep running away with this. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans continue piling on to this lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Return starts at the 9. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this 2nd half. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. He's dropping back to throw. The Texans close it in, and they will get him. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. They'll try and throw it here. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. He'll throw it yet again. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
2nd and 15. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first. Well, 3rd and 15. You don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. They are throwing it again. Cut out left. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. Defense holds yet again, and now it's 4th and a yard.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. They're now set for 1st and 10. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked?
Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Throwing here on 2nd and a handful. Catch is made in close. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point.
And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with a touchdown. The Vikings putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Out now come the Texans on offense. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
So it's a win for the Texans. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So for Brock